Good morning, everyone. I waited to see if anybody else was going to go live, but nobody, by the time I'd done my jobs, I came in here, I looked, I checked again, and nobody had gone live, so here I am. Obviously a bit later than usual because I've had a few jobs to do, so hello, the three viewers. Come into the chat and say something. Hey, Emily, how are you? Yeah, I sat waiting and waiting to see if anybody else went live. The Eagle VP didn't go live. Kate didn't go live. The Big Red Bear didn't go live. So I thought, what the heck? Hey, Fly Monkey, how are you? I'm good. So, yeah, but you see, the thing is, I was going to film me doing the draw today, but I can't really do it live because I haven't prepared myself. So it will be up later. So Mr. P's been busy. So, and then obviously there was the Eagle interview last night. So yeah, it were a good one, Emily. And I noticed Barry did an after party afterwards. Same as I say, it were a bit too late for us because Mr. P had got to get up for work this morning. So we all had to get up at 6 a.m. So I went in and said a quick hello and, just showing my support. So, but I did say I couldn't stop because we were just on his way off to bed. So, plus I hadn't had a chance to watch it back either. Oh, Fly Monkeys going to Wembley on Monday for the playoffs. Coventry City versus Exeter. Wouldn't it have been cheaper to go on the train? Because somebody were telling me, obviously, that we're doing the Birmingham meetup, and they said they got a return ticket for £35. So, hey, DJ Ian, did you want to come up on the panel? Same as I say, I sat waiting and waiting to see if either Eagle or Kate or Big Red Bear went live, and none of them were going live. So I thought, what the heck, I'll go on today and have a quick chat with everybody. So just let me know if anybody wants an invite up onto the panel. Same as I say, I hadn't really prepared for anything this morning. But then when nobody else went live, well, that's it. That's what interviews is all about, Emily. I mean, it's an interaction with the chat. It's, Keith giving. It is cheaper, I guess, but I don't like the underground. It's too scary for me. Oh. So, yeah. Did Emily say she was at work today? I'll send you an invite anyway, even if it's only for a brief. So, right, I'm just sending invites out to come up on the panel if they wish to. If they don't, then oh yeah, you're at work. Yeah, obviously I've sent you an invite, but obviously because you're at work, you're not able to come on, Emily. So don't worry about it. So yeah, and the weather's really changed here today. Pixie went out to the garage to get Callum some change for his dinner and his bus, etc. And he says it were really cold, but it's a bit on dull side. It's windy. you know, so but apparently it's going to be nice over the weekend. Hey Marie, yeah, apparently the weather's going to be nice over the weekend, and it's going to be a warm bank holiday on Monday. Because here it obviously it's the Whitsun break. Callum's off school for a week, and it's the bank holiday on Monday. Just drinking my coffee. I'm taking my friend soon to Wembley. I'm supposed to be taking my friend, but he doesn't want to go now, so I'm taking his son. Well, that's it. I mean, if you've got tickets and your friends dropped out, then why not? So same as I say, I'm probably not going on for long today. Same as I keep saying, same as I say. I don't know why I do it, but hi, Brighton vlogger. How are you? Yeah, I sat waiting to see if anybody else was gonna go live. But obviously nobody went live, so I thought, you know, I'll go live. I'll come and have a chat with my friends. So yeah, not really a lot on today. Pixie went out flying the drone last night. He wanted to catch the sunset, so I don't know whether you know, whether anybody's watched his vlog. I did a short vlog of him catching the sunset. Yeah, they probably are still asleep, but same as as myself. I have jobs to do, so I've done a few before. I actually sat down and, as I say, I got my phone. I was checking, see if anybody was going live. So here I am. It's going to rain on Saturday and Sunday, but the sun will be out. Ooh. But it has given a forecast of it's going to be really hot on Monday here and over the weekend. So hopefully me and Mr. P was on about going out in the garden, doing a little bit of tidying up and a bit of weeding, and so yeah, well, that's it. If he's entrusting you with his son, Flying Monkey, you are going to have to be responsible. Within reason. As I say, Pixie takes our son to the football. It just has a couple of pints. I mean, that's what I call being responsible. He's got to love free food. But same as I say, if it's nice, we might even consider having a barbecue. I don't know. It all depends how pooped we are from weeding the garden. And obviously, at some point, Mr. P will probably want to go out with the drone if it's nice weather. But obviously, with all the rain that we've had, with all the rain what we've had a few weeds come up, and you get free food at work on your break. Well, that's it. At least you don't have to go out and get it from somewhere else. At least you can, you can sit down and have a proper break and have something to eat while you're doing it. Hey, Denise TV. Hey, June. Oh, we've missed you, June. I've not seen you about a lot. And Pixie was only saying to me the other day that he hadn't seen you just recently. Hi, Sarah. And funnily enough, you appear, and Pixie was saying to me, do you know what I haven't seen for a long while? I haven't seen June for a long while. Hey, Equinox. Where's Dave? I don't know. He's not here with me because I'm on my own today, Equinox. So Dave's not here. So we've shot up to 13 viewers. Hey, Cooking Passion, how are you? Thank you for joining us. Yeah, I did see the one about the cat, you know, having to be euthanized, and I did want to comment, but I've been in that, you know, in that same position, and it breaks your heart, you know what I mean? And it's like when somebody passes away, you don't know what to say to people. Flying Monkey says, it's raining here and I've just put my washing out. We see, I were undecided whether or not to put the washing machine on, and it's not very good out there. I don't know whether it's raining or anything yet, but it's not very good. So I thought, well, I'll hang fire a little bit, and if I ain't got a massive amount of washing, but if it's nice, I do like to hang the washing out. But the weather was looking a bit iffy this morning, so I thought, no, I'll hang back a little bit. And if it does brighten up later on, I should probably put the washer on and either hang it out later on or put it out in the morning. Hey, Think Visual. Oh, he says, hello, Jeanette and everyone. It's me, Keith. Oh. Our drone's hard to fly. I was thinking about getting one. We see Pixie bought a DJI Phantom Standard 3. And that was sort of like his starter, if you know what I mean. He had flown Eagle VP's drone previous to getting his P3. I'm also now off pain control I was on for over 25 years. Well, that's a step in the right direction, June. On my mate's computer. Oh. So yeah, I mean the best person to speak to really, Flying Monkey, is either Eagle VP or Pixie. I mean, I've never flown the drone, but you know, the best people to speak to are people that's actually got drones. I mean, it can't be all that hard because he's let my son fly his drone. So, you know, when Random Life Productions has flown Pixie's drone. So it's just that I'm, you know, a bit, I haven't got the confidence to do it at the moment. Yeah, Equinox says, no dead easy, Think Visual. If you go from one of the, it was Flying Monkey actually, Equinox, that asked the, you know, are they yeah, or Equinox. Yeah, there is quite a few within Pixie's circle and Eagle VP circle and my circle that fly drones. I mean, you've only sort of got to message one of them, or you know, or put a message on. I mean, I don't know whether you're on the Facebook page that I've got. It's called Jeanette's Community YouTube Place. So just ask to join. Me and Pixie are the admins, and I've got quite a few moderators on there. So somebody, if you just have to ask to join, and somebody will, you know, I will go back on it if I'm denied again by another transplant centre. And Think Visual is actually Eagle VP, aka Keith. Oh, thank you, Emily. Thank you for putting the link in the chat. It says, I got a few hot flushes in Barry's after party last night. Well, you see, I did come in and I commented that it was off to bed, obviously, because Pixie had got to get up early for work. So I'd sort of just put in the comments, in the chat, sorry, you know, just showing me support, but me and Pixie's off to bed. So was it a bit sort of saucy then, Keith? Did it get a little bit saucy? But then again, it's Barry, so it's bound to do. So, but yeah. And yesterday, sort of, Vlog from the Bog had said to me, well, I'll not be around Wednesday when you do the coffee morning, etc. And then I was just about to shut it down. Oh, you were on about sex toys? Oh, my. I thought I hit on a subject yesterday because we were on about religion and we talked about all sorts. I did. I can't do that one. Only if oh well, I never. Alice was going on about she's got over 2,000. Blimey neck. Sorry about that. I mean, what could you possibly do with 2,000 sex toys? But hey ho, as I always say, whatever floats your boat. And as Mr. Eagle VP would say, it's always the quiet ones. I mean, Alice is very quietly spoken and everything, but to admit to having that many sex toys, whoo, that's all I'm saying. Hey, Shauna Mails. Hi, Cherry Giggles. Well, what it was, Mr. Eagle VP did a interview with Emily Bird last night, and then Vlog from the Bog, aka Barry, did like an after show party. Well, it was late for us, so I just went in, said hello, and that we was off to bed. But the Eagle VP has just informed me that they got on about sex toys. He says, yes, I agree. I thought she was very quiet. Well, there you go, Mr. Eagle VP. As they say, it's always the quiet ones. Hi, Gas Nation. Thank you for joining. So, yeah, so if anybody wants any sauciness or whatever, go and watch Vlog from the Bogs after party last night. And Mr. Eagle VP says, I was speechless. Well, I probably would have been. I'm good. How are you, Gas Nation? Yeah, Marie, sex toys. Well, same as I said, we sort of stumble upon these topics, don't we? Same as I say, we got on about religion. Any source. But yes, I don't know whether you all know. Well, the Think Visual is actually Eagle VP is on his friend's computer. Just laughing at what Sean has pushed. Says, God bless her. I've got one I've never used. Perhaps that's my problem. And cream pies. Oh, did you get on the cream pie subject as well? Hi, Vov girl. How are you? And Marie's just said, with a good man, no need to have sex toys. But you've got to look at it this way, Marie. Your man's not always about. I think when I do a bad boy interview with her, I will have have you on the panel. Oh, thank you, Keith. But I must say that when Eagle VP did the bad girl interview with me, we did get on that same subject, but only briefly. And Gas Nation says, I've woke up to a good conversation. Shauna says, yes, I've got a man. I don't know about good, but he's always poking at me. Well, that's it. It is going to be very interesting. But same as I say, yes, I've got a good man, but he's not always here, is he? So, you know, as they always say, you know, when needs must, you know. That's all I'm saying on the subject. I'm not getting into this conversation about sex toys. But I do understand that it's quite a lucrative business, if you know what I mean. You know, I mean, there's one or two sort of sex toy online things out there, but you never hear of them going out of business. So, you know. Okay then, Emily, thanks for joining us, and thank you for tuning in on your break. Cheery Giggle says these days we want everything straight away. Well, same as I say, I mean, it's a case of, you know, when your man's here, you don't always feel like it, but then you might have the urge when he's not here, if you know what I mean. That's, you know, it's like on the news yesterday. It was on about M&S, Marks and Spencers, and here in the UK, they've been iconic for years, and they're shutting a lot of their shops. Hey, we're back to the Eagle VP now. You know what I mean? And you know, it's basically, I think it's down to the fact that a lot of people do their shopping online. Oh, I was going to ask you if you, hey, Peter Lawler, did you want an invite onto the panel, Eagle, or can you get on your phone? So I sort of looked at, and that's why I was late coming on, because I was waiting to see if anybody else was going to go live, and nobody came live. So I thought I'll just, you know, go on for a short while, and but my intentions was just today to do to film like the drawing of the giveaway, because Pixie's been sort of meeting himself coming back just lately. And what I'd done yesterday, I'd wrote everybody's names down that had entered the giveaway, and I cut, you know, it says, why don't you just sort of, you know, write people's names on a piece of paper, get a bowl, and sort of film yourself while you're doing it, rather than saving, you know, waiting for Pixie to come home, etc. But so my intentions are I'm going to do that later, because, as I say, I could have done it live really, but I hadn't sort of prepared for it. So I thought, well, I'll just do a quick live, and then I'm going to film that a bit later on. And funnily enough, there's only been 12 correct entries. So everybody that's entered is in with a good chance of winning it. So I expected more, but you know, I did have a lot of comments, but mostly saying congratulations on the 1K. And there was only 12 correct entries. So as I say, I'll be doing that later. It'll only be a short thing saying, you know, I'm just going to do the draw for the 1K giveaway, put the names in a bowl, swirl them round, pick one out. I have actually put on my about page today my email address, so whoever wins it can contact me via email to give me their address and whatever, and I have done it worldwide. So iTechnical channel. So what has everybody well, unfortunately, Mr. Eagle VP, Pixie isn't running the show. I am, so you know, I don't know how much you've paid him, but I should ask for your money back. Oh dear. But yes, same as I say, obviously, like yesterday, it was about 20 past 4 by the time he came in. He had a coffee. Then he was doing other things, uploading some pictures, I think, or whatever. He'll try to catch up on everybody's everybody's videos. And then obviously he went out with a drone to, you know, to do the sunset thing that he published this morning. Okay then, Shauna, thank you for joining us. And we're usually around most days, you know, so if you want to join us again, you know, so basically I'm okay. I'm still a bit little bunged up and whatever, but same as I say, I don't know whether it's hay fever or what it is. Sort of not had no cold symptoms. It's just sticky, runny eyes. My nose is bunged up. Like, I tend to get, you know, like here, like a headache all the way across here, and I don't know whether that's my sinuses or what it is, but I've had a good soak in the bath this morning, hoping that it'd clear the old airways, but it's done exactly the opposite. And I'm still bunged up, so it's not, as I say, it's not actually a cold, I don't think, but apart from that, I'm all right. So, oh, by the way, happy birthday, Gas Nation. I didn't know. Oh, happy birthday to Gas Nation. But it's like these past few days, they've been like sticky, runny, itchy. My nose has been all bunged up. And over the weekend, I had terrible headaches. But I sort of put that down to my sinuses, because I do have a lot of like sinus headaches, if you know what I mean. So but apart from that, I'm okay. On the good news side is the knee that I was having a lot of trouble with, I've noticed that a lot of the fluid is gone. It's not as fluidy on my knee, because I got a lot of fluid on my left knee, and it was making it was making my knee pop out of joint. Well, it's not been as painful lately, and it doesn't look as, you know, you can tell that some of the fluid. Hey, and we've got a new grandma in the room, in the chat. Mrs. Joy Grayson, her daughter gave birth to Amelia last week. Does Joy want to come up on the panel just to... It's not coming up with your thing, Joy. Will you put your... Hey, Aussie Mark, how are you? Marisa Marshall. Do you want to put your email address in the chat, Joy? Again, I forgot what it was. In fact, let me just... I could sort of partially remember it. So it's still not coming up with it, Joy. You'll have to put it in the... Oh, that's the one. I will remove it once I've... It's still not coming up with you. I don't know why. What I'll do, Joy, is I'll email it to you and try and get you in that way. Hiya, Paul Michael. I have sent it through. Hiya, Jelly Dog. I've sent it you via email, Joy. The link will be there. Yeah, Jelly Duck, if you want to pop your email in the chat. Any new videos this week? Well, I'm hoping to do one later on. I did upload. Well, I didn't upload it, but Mr. P filmed me. Hello. Oh, we've got little Amelia. Hello.
Just waiting for her mummy to come back up.
Oh, bless.
She's so cute.
I
know. Babies are nice because you can get back. How's you? How's you
I'm
been?
all right. Are you been? Are you been with the new addition to the family?
Oh, she's all right. Have you seen the socks?
Has Laura? She been?
Yeah, she is now because there were some right complications when she had her. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
But everything's all right now. We're going in a bit to get registered. Get your birth certificate, aren't we, sausage? Walk around town. Not for long, just.
iTech Cloud. So is it just Amelia then, or has she got a?
Yeah, Amelia Joy Ellis.
Oh. So Amelia's just a week old today, isn't she?
Yeah.
So you're living up to your grandma duties then, are you?
Yeah. Well, Laura's coming to help me with a job because then we're going straight to register office. So they've just brought her while they go down road. I miss her when she's not here.
It's all right. I'm just having a look.
Stop pulling faces, missus.
It's all right. I was just looking why Maria thing. Yeah, basically it's just coming in. You know. You know. This is what annoys me. People are coming into other people's channels just for support. You know, they're not actually stopping to interact with the chat,
No.
or
yeah,
you know, people that are on the panel. And I mean, whether it were a mistake or not, you know, we sort of, people in this circle, we support. When we say we support each other, that's what we mean. We support each other. We comment on people's videos, and you know, not just coming in. In fact, we got on this subject yesterday.
Wow, what's been going? I've been on for a week and look at what's happening.
Well, what I was telling you before.
Yeah.
That's basically all that channel does.
All right.
Don't comment on anybody's videos. Don't, you know, come in chats, etc. or whatever. Just there for, you know. And Aussie Mark says, I support. Well, this is it. This is the whole point of the community. You know, we're here to support each other. I don't just go and say, well, I've supported so-and-so, I've supported so-and-so. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I don't, as you know, I'm only a little.
Well, you're basically in the YouTube world, what we call watcher, if you know what I mean.
I only come into you or Chris's, that's it.
Yeah, Joy hasn't got any content, and basically she created a YouTube thing so she could come on like mine or Pixie's channels.
I don't do it very often because I'm usually working.
Well, that's it, because you do get up early. And
yeah, I work at 3:20 this morning.
Well, that's it. But them sort of babies are at best because you can give them back.
I know. That's what she does. She don't cry hardly. She don't murmur.
Yeah, and Kate's family blog says, good morning, all, not feeling the greatest. And this, oh my, look, what a tiny, we've got, what a treat of a tiny guest.
Yeah,
that's it.
Very tiny.
So if anybody wasn't aware, Joy is an old school, well, I'm not saying old, but
I'm a grandma now, so what is it?
Is a school friend of the Pixies. And since we were introduced, me and Joy have become
got to introduce
friends, yeah.
So
yeah, my Auntie Jeanette.
Auntie Jeanette.
So, but I did tell Joy's daughter that if she ever needed a babysitter, I was here, you know, to babysit, you know, or if she decides to go back to work with her mum, you know, etc.
Because everybody thinks you're fantastic, don't they, darling?
Aussie Mark said, we had a proud dad bring his 6-month-old to work today. The ladies were so clucky.
Yeah. You do. You see me like, oh.
Thank you, Gas Nation, and thanks for joining us. I'll see you later. So, yeah. At some point, I probably will be doing my auntie duties.
Have you made any more buns? Did you do them other ones that you said you were going to do? I
made a Bakewell tart at the weekend, and then guess what Pixie went and done?
What?
He deleted it by mistake.
I bet he ate it though, didn't he?
Yes. But I have got another one. I was going... June Gore says, hopefully going to thrift store to look for tins to do Yorkshire Pud video today. Ooh. Well, you see, when I did the question and answer thing about, you know, the bakery, I said one thing that's eluded me over the years is I cannot get Yorkshire puddings to rise.
I've tried all sorts. Get them out at tin.
I said, but we've had to resort to to buying frozen Yorkshire puddings because I've tried all sorts, you know. But
it's like eating wet cardboard.
You know what I mean? It's something that's
it is though, isn't it? It's like wet cardboard, frozen Yorkshire pudding.
Well, so to say, it's either that or nothing.
Oh yeah, I go for Andy. If I usually make them like I like making by like sage and thyme and onions in them, but they don't rise there. You know when you got onions and that in them.
I saw right. I sent an invitation to the Jelly Duck, and it says it won't let her in. That sounds delicious. Do they travel well? Yorkshire puddings might be a bit soggy by the get there, Rosie Mark.
Not like a homemade Yorkshire pudding.
But you see, as I was telling people as well, a proper Yorkshire, I mean, if you live in Yorkshire, the Ewers a giant Yorkshire pudding, and it's basically a starter in Yorkshire. Now, when I was growing up, you had your Yorkshire pudding with your dinner. But in Yorkshire, the giant Yorkshire pudding is actually classed as a starter.
They say when Andy used to go to his nan's for Sunday dinner, they had a Yorkshire pudding first and then the dinner. But I've always had my Yorkshire puddings with my dinner.
Jim Gall says, frozen Yorkshire pud, eek.
Yeah, eek, yeah.
I'm not going to say the channel on live, Cheery Giggles, but I can message you afterwards. So yeah, it's all right. I'm just going to reply to that Jelly Duck. She says every time the app it's crashed.
What's up, Mrs.? You're gorgeous.
So did you say you got a few jobs to do? Yeah, June Gall is a Yorkshire lass. Actually originates from Leeds, and went to the States about 30 years ago. Yorkshire puds don't travel. Sorry.
I'm sure you can make them in America.
Well, that's because you see, when we got on about Yorkshire puddings, and I was saying that the only problem I'd got was I couldn't get Yorkshire puddings to rise. She said she was going to do a tutorial basically on
how to get to rise.
How to get the perfect Yorkshire pudding, you see. So
yeah, but it's not better than proper Yorkshires.
But same as I say, I mean, with me not being able to get whatever it is that I'm doing wrong right, same as I say, we have to resort to frozen ones. So sorry, June, but you know,
frozen ones, but I prefer when I make my own.
But it were like yesterday. We got talking about spotted dick. Now, people from the UK know what you're talking about when you say spotted dick. So I had to Google it on my phone. Hey, Osbeach Andy, you know, you've got to be a Brit to know what spotted dick is. You know, I mean, people think you're being rude when you're talking about spotted dick, but I actually had to Google it on my phone and show people a picture of spotted dick. And I says, well, that is exactly what spotted dick is.
Natural custard.
Yeah. He says, oh, no, not spotted dick again. Yeah. Equinox says, keep it clean. But yeah, same as I say, the Brits know what we're talking about when we talk about spotted dick.
Yeah, it's an old
I actually printed a recipe off for spotted dick and to make your own custard.
Oh dear.
Not packet custard or anything else. Proper custard. Hey, So that again, Joy.
Egg whites and egg yolks and all that. Like, oh,
I would say recipes over there, so I would have got it. But yeah, it's not like, you know, ready-made custard. You have to actually make the custard yourself.
It's a different version of creme anglaise, isn't it?
Well, yeah. June Gore says she loves spotted dick. But same as I say, I mean, you're from Yorkshire, June, so you know what we're talking about when we talk about spotted dick. Hey, little bee. But same as I said, you know, unless you're British, you know, and you talk about spotted dick, you know, folks don't know what you talk about. But same as I say, I shown them a picture and I says, basically, I says, it's what we class as a pudding.
Yeah. Well, it is. It's like your jam roly-poly and all that, like your own fashion puddings that I like.
Well, you'd be pleased to know that Callum made pizza and jam roly-poly yesterday.
Oh.
Or, well,
Swiss
roll he made.
Well, but a proper jam roly-poly is not actually a Swiss roll, is it?
No, but but
that's what we had to make at school, weren't it?
Yeah, well, jam roly-poly is actually made with suet.
Yeah.
Like spotted dick is made with suet.
But more like a dumpling type.
Swiss roll is actually made like a sponge made in a tray, and then you put the jam on and you just roll it, and that's why it's called a Swiss roll, really.
Yeah. I like with suet because it's like dumpling mix where you have stew and dumplings.
It's all right. You must eat that's basically what it is. You must eat, when you're making custard from scratch, you've got to do it slowly, because if you overeat it, it all goes thick, lumpy, and
you got scrambled egg. Yes, yo. Make while you're eating
it. I'm just gonna find a picture of spotted dick for Marie to show her what spotted dick is.
Oh, good. You can make me that cup of tea that's left.
And that, Marie, is spotted dick. I don't know whether you can see it or not.
No.
Yeah.
Where is she?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's a type of pudding, and it's got sultanas, raisins, etc. in it. And it is basically a sponge pudding.
Your daughter's on YouTube.
Hi, Laura. We're making a star out of Amelia.
Yeah. Everybody said to do a Facebook and just do pictures, and then.
Says Auntie Jeanette will have come and have a thing soon.
I have offered me babysitting duties.
I told you she's quiet though.
Yeah, we feed her, that's it.
You feed her, she poops and she goes back to sleep again.
Well, that's what babies do.
I know. Isn't it, sweetheart?
Well, you see the problem, because June says my Swiss rolls were huge when I rolled it up. I don't know whether Callum didn't use a lot of ingredients, but it was very thin. It was thin, but it were nice, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It weren't huge, you know, it weren't sort of that deep sort of thing, but it were nice.
It's not what they use, it's what they do at school, innit? They might not.
That's it. I mean, they sort of, I should imagine, because he made pizza as well, and he did a stuffed crust one as well.
Oh, what did you have in it? Cheese? Tomato sauce?
Yeah, he put cheese in the stuffed crust bit. And he says, have you noticed? He says, I've even made a stuffed crust one. So I says,
thank you.
You know, I mean, I've never attempted pizza. You know.
I am.
No, this is a fresh one as well.
Oh,
make
okay.
sure this is clean.
So, you know, I've never attempted Swiss roll either. So, I would say, you know, so we sort of made two things what I am tempted to make. You know, not that I wouldn't attempt to make them. It's just that you know.
Tickle your fancy, love.
Granny's probably just like.
Well, that's it. Same as I was saying the other day. I've printed somebody. I'm actually getting requests now for things to make.
Elijah's not one of those.
Somebody messaged me and said, "Have you heard of Millionaire's Pie?" I says, "Well, to be quite honest with you, no."
I've heard cheesecake.
I googled it and I printed a recipe out. It's mascareno cherries.
Oh yeah.
Pineapple, and it's like a biscuit base, a bit like a
cheesecake type base.
Cheese, but it's got whip. I don't know. I don't know whether it's what we class as Angel Delight or whatever.
Yeah.
Whippy, whip. Yeah. Again, that's over there. So, we're starting to make June homesick again. But yeah, it looks delicious actually. You know, it's got because on the recipe I've printed off it says Graham's crackers, but I've been told that it works better with digestive biscuits.
Oh, you can make, we just eat it.
But you know, you include the pineapple, pecan nuts, I think, and some of the cherries into the filling.
That might be nice. Never heard of that one, so must be an American thing.
It is an American thing.
Yeah, it has to be. It's like they do a chocolate, like a chocolate pie thing, don't they? Like with biscuit, and then like we say, Angel Delight chocolate, and then it's like squirty cream on top and stuff like that. Don't
I had bought me for Christmas, and it's the very first recipe in the book actually, and I don't know why I've not noticed it before. And it's called, not whether you can see it, gooey butter cake.
Oh.
And it actually consists of like a dough base, and then for the gooey butter filling, it's got butter, condensed milk, golden syrup, and plain flour and eggs and things like that. And it looks, I don't know whether you can see it or not, but that it says, this cake of 2 parts, a yeast dough based and soft gooey topping, originates in St. Louis in Missouri. And then it says, remember to take it out of the oven while it's still very slightly wobbly. It will firm up and set as it cools.
Like a brownie then, like a.
But that's why it's called gooey butter cake, because it's on a dough base, and then you actually take it out of the oven while the filling is actually.
Yeah, you don't wait
wobbly.
it to harden up.
And then it sets, you see. So I did consider. I'm considering sort of attempting that as well.
Ooh. Oh, you'll be all right for cakes, darling, when you get older. Well, we're going to have to say bye to Auntie Jeanette because we've got to go now. Bye-bye, Auntie Jeanette. See you later. Bye.
Yeah, see you later. Bye. So we're talking about pizza. You see, I didn't really ask Callum how we, but it obviously made it at school. So, you know, it's that is one thing I've not. Hey, Whaley Bird. That's one thing I've never tried to make, because some say as I was saying before, my forte is basically baking. But I'll not say never. Don't say never, because I've actually printed off and sorry about this, June, steak and kidney pudding. So I've printed a recipe off for steak and kidney pudding. So that is one of Mr. P's absolute favourites. So yeah, you know, I'm not saying I don't do savoury stuff, because, but this is the thing. I print loads and loads of recipes off, and it's sort of it's sort of you know, whatever takes me fancy. Hiya, James, how are you? I'm making you hungry. Well, it was my fault, really, Whaley Beard, because I was telling everybody. Going back to Jelly Duck, I'll just address this. I did invite Jelly Duck in, but the app keeps crashing. I don't know why. DJ Ian was having the same problem the other day. He came in, all of a sudden it booted him off and he couldn't get back in. I tried emailing, I tried everything, but it seems to let a couple of people come on and then it seems to be crashing. I don't know why. I don't know whether it's the Hangouts thing, whether it's a YouTube thing or what it is. So yeah, and I must remember to get in touch with you, June, about, because you said you wanted some suet. So when I actually go and purchase it for, you know, when I do the steak kidney pudding, I will get some sent off to you. Because that June said, obviously June is from Yorkshire originally, Leeds, and said basically she couldn't get the suet out there. So I must remember to get in touch with you via messenger or whatever, and get your address and everything, and I'll get some sent off to you. Yeah, DJ Ian says, me and Keith spoke on Hangouts without YouTube, was great, but soon as you try with YouTube, it crashes. So I don't know whether it's a glitch or what it is, but do you mean pudding, James? Do you make bread pudding? I have got a recipe printed out of bread and butter pudding, but as like many of the others, I've not had a chance to make it yet. But it's simple enough to make, because I did consider as well doing sticky toffee pudding, and that is basically like a chocolate cake made in a oven-proof dish, and then you make the sauce and put it on top. So yeah, same as I say, in fact, when we go shopping at the weekend, I'll pick you some up. So I'll message you over the weekend and get your address, and I'll post it off to you. So the only thing I ask, June, is you make something and vlog it, and so I can see you know, you're making something with the suet. Be a nice surprise. Oh, well, you see, there's a lot of recipes out there, Whaley Beard, of bread and butter pudding. There is like chocolate bread and butter pudding, you know, like you do the same as a normal bread and butter pudding, but you like make a chocolate sauce for it. You know, there is 1 or 2 different recipes out there, but yeah, I bet it were absolutely gorgeous with the brioche. I did a modern take on bread and butter pudding. Oh, tell me more then, Nick. But same as I say, basically, all bread and butter pudding is you cut the crust off the bread, you butter it, you sprinkle sultanas, raisins, or whatever, but then you have to like make a sauce or whatever and put it over the bread and butter, and there's your bread and butter pudding. But same as I say, I've got tons and tons of recipes, and some of them I've never used, you know. I mean, I've sort of seen it and then thought, oh, I'll print that off, and I've got that many that there ain't enough days in week to sort of like literally print. I mean, make more. You see, Little Do, the chocolate flavoured bread rolls, Oh, use them instead. Well, I was just hitting on that subject as well, that there is like a twist on it. You can actually do a chocolate bread and butter pudding. Hey, Charlene, Indiana Fishing, how are you? I'll just have a look, see if I can find a picture of it. Some, as I say, so there's one Delia Smith. And that's the picture of it. It is like a all right, cookies is. It says it is quite simply one of the most brilliant hot puddings ever invented. It's so simple but so good, and even better prepared 2 days in advance. So it says begin by removing the crust from a slice of bread, which should leave you with 9 pieces about 4 inches square. Cut each slice into 4 triangles. Next, place the chocolate, whipping cream, rum, sugar, butter and cinnamon in a bowl and set over a saucepan of barely simmering water. So yes, I might, it is actually a printable one as well, so I might have to print that one off. I'm vaping rice pudding flavour vape juice. It tastes so nice, I could drink it. So yeah, I might have to print that one off, and I might have to have a go at that one. The chocolate version of bread and butter pudding. Well, that's it. I mean, I have made rice pudding, but I've not vlogged it because it's just basically chuck everything in the pan and stick it in the oven. You know what I mean? So it wouldn't be very much of a vlog. But I did make it, homemade rice pudding. But I found that my grandma used to make the best rice pudding ever. But the only thing I wasn't a fan of was the skin on top. That's the only part of it that I didn't like about the rice pudding, was the skin. Now, people absolutely adore the skin on top of rice pudding, but for some reason, I just didn't like it, to be quite honest. But, you know, people absolutely adore the skin on the rice pudding, but I'm not one of them people. So yeah. So yes, I will have to print that off after the live stream's finished, and I might even attempt to make the chocolate bread and butter pudding. So you know, because we have a Sunday roast every Sunday, and it's nice to come up with different ideas and different, you know, rather than a cheesecake or a gatto or something, you know, to come up with something different as a dessert. So, you know, it's something that I can look into. I could print the recipe. See, this is the thing. There was an advertisement on the television the other night. I think it was the Co-op, and it was sort of like Eton Mess something or other. It went like your normal Eton Mess, but it was like to celebrate the royal wedding. What is your favourite roast? I would say chicken is my favourite roast. Then coming a close second is roast beef. But you see, I do when we have a roast on a Sunday, and if we have roast beef, I like to do it in the slow cooker. And what I do is I put it on sort of the night before. I put you know, water in it, gravy granules. Sometimes I might even chop an onion up, so we've like got onion gravy. But you see, Equinox has just said that lamb all day, but I find that lamb, that's one reason why I like it, but I'm not struck on it, is because I find lamb to be too greasy. You know what I mean? But Mr. P, believe it or believe it not, has mint sauce on everything. Now, my mum was a stickler. If you were having pork, you had applesauce. If you were having lamb, you had mint sauce. You know what I mean? My mum was very sort of strict about that thing. So, you know, but Pixie has mint sauce on every Sunday lunch, whether it be chicken, whether it be lamb, whether it be beef. You know, he always has mint sauce, except at Christmas, he likes the cranberry sauce. Now, you see, me or Callum don't like cranberry sauce. Yeah, your ears must be burning, Mr. Pixie. Tell everybody you have mint sauce on everything, every Sunday dinner, whether it be beef, pork, chicken, except at Christmas with turkey, he has cranberry. And there again, same as I say, he's the only one that has it. And he don't just put like a spoonful, it's a big dollop on side at plate. And when he has mint sauce, it goes all over. Not just in, you know, on the side. Oh, Big Red Bear says he's, you see, I prefer chicken. Mr. P likes pork. But same as I say, every now and again, because we go to a meat van that's not close, you know, that's not very far away. Whaler Bear says mint sauce is only for lamb, Pixie, what you like. But, you know, Mr. P absolutely loves it. He loves mint sauce. Mint sauce is basically sprigs of mint, and it's in vinegar. That's basically, you know. Oh God, horseradish, absolutely. Ooh. Now you see that, you know, we don't even see horseradish in our house because none of us like it. So, Same as I say, my mum was a stickler. If we were having roast pork, because I used to have to go and buy jars of applesauce specifically for my mum, because we used to fetch her every 4 weeks, because she were quite a distance away. She was about 40 minutes away, so Pixie would have to go and fetch her, bring her back, and then after she'd had a lunch and whatever, you'd have to take her back and come back again. So it were like 4 trips for Pixie to go and pick my mum up to have a Sunday lunch. So we only used to bring her over every 4 weeks. Oh God, I don't want any ears on my chest, Equinox. Thank you very much. So yeah, but I always used to have to go out and buy applesauce, and that was another thing. It'd be in the fridge from when she came to the next time she came, because we, you know, we didn't eat applesauce, and she were very funny, you know, you can only have applesauce with pork. So yeah, I mean, going back to old school with a modern twist, yeah, mint sauce is just basically your mint that you grow out in your garden. You chop it up very finely and you mix it with, I think it's vinegar, and mint sauce mixed with mayo. Now I like mayo, but I wouldn't necessarily mix mint sauce with mayo. Yeah, it does. Same as I say, Pixie has mint sauce with everything. Yeah, I thought it was. Same as I say, I sort of hadn't, you know, researched it or anything, but I think it's made with vinegar and chopped mint, obviously. And for anybody that didn't know, Mayo's is made with eggs. So see, they're a big ooh-ah when they were talking about salmonella and everything. You know, about salmonella, and pregnant women couldn't eat mayo, they couldn't eat raw egg, you know, blah blah blah. But now they're saying that it's all right for them to, you know. But what is, yeah, mayo is eggs and oil. So so yeah, you know, they were big ooh-ha about, you know, don't eat raw eggs or anything containing eggs while you're pregnant. But it's you know, it's died down a bit now, and now they're saying that it's safe for pregnant ladies to eat things that contain eggs. It's like everything else, you know, they scaremonger you and then say, oh, you know, now it's all right to eat it. So so yeah, but mayo, I mean, even mayo, I've sort of got to fancy it. I like a bit of mayo on a jack potato. You know, it's just one of them things that sort of, I couldn't eat it with everything, you know what I mean? Mint sauce, we made it with sugar, vinegar and mint. Yeah, that is it, June. That's basically, you know, that can you explain what a penguin bar is for the American people? It's chocolate bar, chocolate biscuit, like sandwiched together chocolate bar, really. It's all right, I'm googling it. That is a, I don't know whether you can see it or not. That is a penguin bar. You and me, Mrs. P, have the same taste palette. Yeah. That is a penguin bar. I don't know whether you can say the light's shining a little bit. Trying to do it without sort of the sun shining on it. That is a penguin bar. It's a chocolate biscuit. It says penguins are milk chocolate covered biscuit bars filled with chocolate cream, and they're produced by McVitie's. So there you go. They was first produced in 1932. It says they are biscuit bars filled with chocolate cream and covered in a thin layer of real milk chocolate. So there you go. That is the definition of a penguin bar. What did it say? Zoom in, Mrs. P. Hang on a minute. Let me just get it up again. I can't get a good enough picture what I can zoom in. That is the different penguin bars there. Look, got in them all in different, and they come in a There you go. That is a penguin bar. Just zoom it in a little bit. Try not to get as though the sun's glaring or the light's glaring on it. That is a penguin bar. So yes, you don't see many of them around these days. I haven't seen them in quite a while. Not that they don't do them anymore. I would have, you know, it was all the rage one of these days. Well, back in the day, but you don't see. But there's that many chocolate wafers, etc. about these days that sort of it's one of these things that, you know, I were bought up on penguin. Well, when I say I were bought up on penguin bar, I don't mean I were bought up literally on penguin bars, but you know, when I were a kid, you know, they was all the rage sort of thing. But then you've got to pick up a penguin, yes, and that was the advert. Whaley Bird, pick up a penguin. So yeah, and back, some say back in the day, there was all the adverts were exactly that. But you see, the thing is that since I've had my surgery, I don't buy much biscuits, you know, like chocolate biscuits, etc. If I do get anything for Mr. P's lunchbox, they like these Rice Krispie bars or Frosties bars, just as a snack for him to put in his lunchbox. We don't tend to buy the chocolatey kind, or you know, I went through a stage where I'll buy like the Alpen bars or the healthy kind of snack bars, if you know what I mean. But some of say since my surgery, we don't buy biscuits, chocolatey stuff. I don't buy. But that, you see, that's why it's nice for Mr. P and Callum, because when I do my baking vlogs, it's you see, that is going to that big red bear. That is one of Mr. P's favourites, wagon wheels. He likes the jammy ones. Now, we do buy them occasionally. And that is one of Mr. P's favourites, is wagon wheels. But I don't say we never buy chocolate, you know, snack bars, because we might see something in Asda when we're going around shopping. Oh, they look nice. Shall we try them? Or, you know, or do you want to get some so we can try them? You know what I mean? But he tends, I think it's the one in the blue packet that Mr. P likes. Or is it the red one? I know the red ones are the original ones. Hey, Ruby Slippers. Hiya. Wagon wheel tea cakes. See, that's another thing that you don't see much of nowadays, the Tunnocks tea cakes. When I were growing up, my grandma always used to buy them as a treat for me and my sister, because we only used to go down to my grandma's on a Friday evening or Friday tea time. And she always she used to buy, I tell you what, she used to buy toasted tea cakes, and she actually used to toast them with a toasting fork on the open fire. Now, that is what I call a proper toasted tea cake, or, you know. Ah, yeah. Okay then, Kate. You see, I was having problems logging into Facebook yesterday, and it sort of, I couldn't log into Messenger, the Facebook Messenger either. So whether it were a glitch with Facebook, I don't know. Yeah, the tea cakes, the marshmallow tea cakes, best brand or whatever, were Tunnocks, and they were in like a red and silver wrapper. But I'm going to my grandma's and proper, not the chocolatey ones, proper tea cakes with sultanas and whatever in. You used to slice them like a bread roll, and my grandma had got like a 3-prong toasting fork, as we used to call them, and she actually used to toast them on an open fire, not in a, because back then, I mean, she'd got a washing machine, but she used to have to go out on the yard with one of these ringer things, hey, just my randomness. I forgot to Google it again, James. See that? I don't know whether you can see it or not. That is actually the tea cake I'm talking about, what I used to have at my grandma's when I were little. That is actually a proper tea cake, and it's like a roll, but it's got either currants or sultanas, and my grandma used to toast them. Hang on a minute, that's postman. Hang on a minute. So I'm back again. I hate to think what this is, because I've not ordered anything. It might be something to, I don't know what it is, to be quite honest. As I say, I haven't ordered anything. Hang on a minute. Let me just... Well, I hate to think what it is, because like some as I say, I haven't ordered anything. I'm wondering if it's something to do with a No It Intersex toy, before you ask. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh God. You don't really want to know where it is. No, it's not a gift from a buddy. It's a gift from the NHS. No, it's not sex toys. Do you really want to see what it is? You'll all be going, ooh, when you see what it is. And that says it all. It's a do-it-yourself an enema kit. If you were guessing. Well, you see, I've got to go for a bowel screening thingamajig on the 5th of June. And that is what they've sent me. Well, I did say, but everybody were wanting to see what it were that were in the box. So, do it yourself an enema kit. So, there you go. Because, you see, I seen the postman go past the window, and then when he knocked on the door, I thought, and he says, I've got a package for you. Thought, well, I haven't ordered anything. So this is why I was sort of a bit reluctant to open it while everybody were watching, because I'd got a feeling it was something to do with that. Yes, do it yourself an enema kit. It says, please read all this leaflet before you use the enema. It says, in the kit, you will find a package, an enema pouch with a thin tube attached. A small white plastic clip with the enema. You don't use this. Manufacturer's patented. Hello. No, I'm still on, but you never guess what's just come. Hang on a minute. Oh dear, I were laughing at what Whaley Bird had put about telling him that it were for him. Oh dear. But yeah, that's the thing, Equinox. I mean, when you you know, it's like when Callum had the Phoenix Awards, you wasn't allowed to film it or anything, but you could take photographs of your own child and your relatives and everything after the ceremony, but we wasn't allowed to film the ceremony itself. It's because basically there's hundreds of children there, and you know, just as well as filming your own child, you're actually filming other children. Yeah, if Thomas is being rude, I don't have anything in here. I've got plenty of moderators to remove Thomas if he's been Kate is in Ireland, actually, Whaley Bird. So yeah, I was just having a laugh with Pixie saying, "You'll never guess what came through the post." Something I wasn't expecting. And when he knocked on the door and he says, "I've got a parcel for you," I says, "Well, I wasn't expecting a parcel, but hey ho, these things has got to be done, as they say." He ain't being rude, just being a brat. Yeah, well, we don't have any. A Pixie says, "No, not for me, no way." So yeah, so that should be fun. Not. Sorry, I'm reading the leaflet and it's making me laugh already. Have a plastic bag ready to dispose of the inanimate after use. I'm just laughing at this bit. You can use a little Vaseline or cooking oil to lubricate the thin tube if you wish. Probably need an old tin full. Lie down close to the toilet. Well, in my case, I probably have to sit on the toilet. But hey ho. I'm laughing at Whaley Bird says, "Pixie, you don't have to explain anything. It's fine, bud." But I'll just prove to you whose it is, because it's got my name on there. And what does it say? Oh dear. Pixie. I'm not using that cooking oil on my fry up. Well, I've actually got some Vaseline, dear. Yeah, but it's, you know, I only shown it briefly, so unless somebody's got a pen and paper ready, or watch it back and pause it, but yes. But hey ho. Well, if I get any hate mail, I'll know who sent it. It's somebody in this live stream. Only joking. Well, Thomas, you've got to get past me Rottweiler first. That's all I can say. I'm sending you something in the post. Yeah. So long as it's not another one of them, I don't care. One's enough. Yes, I know. I've just shown everybody his address. Yeah. Some as I say, you've got to get past the 3 cats and the Rottweiler first. So, but yeah, if you want to post fan mail out to me, you're quite welcome to do so. Hiya, DIY Misfit. Right, all this talk making need a shower. Oh, is one of yours is the big red bear? That explains everything then. So, but hey ho. Says him that's shown the wrestling tickets with my name and address on as well. So there you go, Pixie. You've done the same thing. Oh, JBW, good morning to you here in the Philippines. It's 7:09 p.m. Well, if I don't, Big Red Bear, somebody else will. All Cornish to my address. Are you talking about me, Thomas Gibbo Bear? Ah, I know who it is. Little Big Bear or whatever it was beforehand. I can remember him, yes. It was Little Big Bear or whatever before when he came in. So, yes, I'll probably not be going on for much longer because the sun's come out and I wanted to get me. Yeah, you called darling. What? The Irish Misfit said, Sig, good idea, let me light up. Well, same as I say, I'm not hurting anybody. I'm in my own home. So, basically, I'm not contaminating anybody. I'm in my own home. So, and that it's, so, but we did have it on the Bitcoin subject because Eagle VP was visiting an old age pensioner and had been asked for his bank details, etc., because he'd got this Bitcoin or whatever, and we were all saying, tell him not to bother. It's a con. Why would they want his bank details, etc.? They even wanted his credit card details. So that smacks of a con if ever I've seen one. But the gentleman insisted that Eagle VP sorted it out for him against Eagle VP's advice. So same as he says, who am I to argue? I've been asked to do something. He insisted on doing it. But in my opinion, when they start asking for your bank details and your credit card details, So yes, one of Eagle VP's friends, an elderly gentleman in his 80s, was approached by somebody to do with this Bitcoin palaver, but they wanted his bank details, they wanted his credit card details, and I says, tell him, no way, Jose. And he told him exactly that, but Yeah, and he sort of kept trying to dissuade him from doing it, but he insisted on doing it. And same as Eagle VP says, who am I to argue? He insisted that I did it, you know, even though I advised him not to. You know. So yeah. I mean, in actual reality, Bitcoin isn't actually currency in my mind. So, you know, I mean, I wouldn't buy into it. Even if I had the money, I wouldn't buy into it. And I wouldn't give anybody my bank details or my credit card details. So, but same as Eagle VP says, what could he do? You know, it's not real money. And why on earth he wanted his bank details and his credit card details, I do not know. But same as Eagle VP says, I advised him, you're probably going to get ripped off, blah, blah, blah. But he, you know, but personally, I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't buy into it myself. You know what I mean? I've left some of my coffee and it'll probably be cold now. And yes, it is only water. But I mean, this is why. I mean, he were an 83-year-old gentleman. The sort of hitting on these vulnerable people. You know what I mean? They sort of basically, you know it's water, Mr. P. Because if there were any vodka in house, you'd have drunk it anyway. So, so yeah, I wouldn't buy into it. Even if I got money spare to lie about, I'd invest it in something other than that. And Whaley Bird says, if we're talking about shares and commodities, Russian steel is the way to go at the moment. So, yeah, I mean, like my mum believed in ISAs and things like that. You know what I mean? She invested her money in different ISAs. You know, so you know, but I wouldn't go near the Bitcoin thing. You know, and DIY Misfit. If you're wondering, Pixie's channel is my husband. So yes, so Pixie's channel is my other half. Is watching on the while he has his lunch break. And Thomas Gibbo says, where's the best place everyone wants to go? Well, Mr. P knows that I've always wanted to go on a cruise. I don't care where it is, whether it's, you know, a world cruise, but obviously we've got to win the lotto first. And before you say it, Mr. P, no, we're not going on a cruise in August. We're going on a ferry. Just saying. So, yes. And good morning, Mr. Jeanette. No, you're not buying me a dinghy. You're rowing if you do. Put it that way. That's all I'm saying. You're doing the rowing, and we'll probably be rowing in circles for about an hour. Yeah, we're actually going to the Isle of Wight in August. And Mr. P class is going on a ferry, is going on a cruise. Well, this is the thing, Whaley Bird, about shares and whatever. as soon as they've, you know, with a lot of that, I mean, it's like, yeah, you can make a lot of money of it, but as soon as you've made that money, you have to withdraw the money. Otherwise, the shares prices drop. You know, it's now one person dinghy, yeah, and you're it. It's a ship, innit? So yeah, I've just said DIY, he's going to be the it person in the dinghy if it's a one-man dinghy. I like my feet firmly placed on the ground. So yeah, you know, as with anything, I mean, even with the ISAs, I mean, basically the ISAs are shares, and they can go up as well as and go down as just as quick. Pixie, when and where is the UK YouTubers going to meet? Well, we're meeting in Birmingham on the 21st of July. Yeah, at the Bullring Centre in Birmingham. Yes, you'll get back to work, Mr. Pixies, or Mr. P as we refer to him. Get some work done. Well, that's it, Sam. As I say, that's the only trouble with dealing in shares, etc. I mean, it's like everything else, you know. 1 minute, you know, they're going through the roof, but just as suddenly as they've gone through the roof, they can plummet as well. So yeah, but Mr. Pierce, looking forward to our holiday because it's not far away now. It's not long now, and it's basically it works 6 days a week, or well, he has been, but in the next couple of weeks, is hoping that another person's being set on, and it will relieve him of his Saturday work day. All I'm saying, Apple or Amazon is the best investment. Or some, as I say, with everything, any investment, you know, you've got to be prepared to, as well as making money, you've got to be prepared to take a loss as well. So, you know, it's a case of, as the old saying goes, what goes up must come down. You know, that's the saying, whatever goes up must come down. Yeah, well, same as I say, for the last about year or so, he's been working 6 days a week. Yeah, he only works till 1 o'clock on a Saturday. But when you think he only gets 1 day off a week, it doesn't give him chance to recharge his batteries and everything. And, you know, the workload got that much that they couldn't possibly do it all, even working 6 days a week. So the company made the decision to set somebody on part-time just for the weekend. And they've been conducting interviews, and they said, like, he might have to work a couple of more weekends or Saturdays, and then it will get Saturday and Sunday off, which will be ideal for Mr. P because, as I say, on a Sunday morning is absolutely shattered, you know, when it's like, you know, when he got chest infection, it took a long time to shake it off because of the fact that it were run down and everything, and it took longer to shake off than normally. So probably go on till about past, and then I'll go and get myself some lunch, and I might even put my washer on because the sun has come out now. So I should probably go on till till 12:30, and then shut it down. So yeah, so it should dry my washing. I mean, the wind's blowing a little bit and the sun's out, so what date do you get the ferry, as I might chase it with the Mavic? It's a Saturday, I think, 18th of August. Yes, yeah. It's all right. I think then I couldn't even remember what date we were going on as holidays. Yeah, it's 18th of August. I haven't actually booked the ferry or anything yet. You know, because I've sort of been getting conflicting things. Somebody says, you know, book it in advance, or basically, I probably have a sandwich or something, Whaley Bird. I normally do, you know, when I'm here on my own, or, you know, whatever. So yeah, I haven't actually booked the ferry. So the last time we went to the Isle of Wight, we went from Portsmouth, I think, Southampton. Well, I can't remember. It's that long ago. So as I say, Callum was only young then. I mean, in his 16 this year, so that's how long ago it is since we went. I think it was Southampton the last time we went. So so yeah, I think it was Southampton that we went from before. But what we actually did, we went down the night before, stayed in a travel lodge, because we weren't sure where and it was like an 11 o'clock sailing or something like that. So we went like the previous day, stopped in a travel lodge overnight, and funnily enough, where we booked the travel lodge, the ferry port was only like 10 minutes down the road. So so yeah, but it's a case of, you know, looking on the different, you know, like P&O, and then there's something else, but they all depart from different ports, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I'll not be stopping on much longer Big Red Bear. You know, same as I say, I'm just going to put my washer on, get myself a sandwich. So yeah, hopefully I should be able to get my washing dry. So you see, it's like kind of like, okay then, Big Red Bear, I'll speak to you soon. It's kind of critical at the stage in his education where Callum, we don't want him to have unnecessary time off. So obviously the break up for the summer holidays in July. So that's why I booked it in August. Cup of tea and some digestives. No, we don't do tea. Well, we don't do tea in this. I do have tea bags and everything, but well, you see, Mr. P's excited about it because of the cliffs and whatever, and taking the drone. You know, he's excited about that, you know, the landscape and everything. And basically where we're situated, because we've booked a cottage, it is sort of near the cliffs and whatever. And same as he said, he'd probably be able to go out in the back garden of this cottage and actually fly it over the cliffs. You know, he's quite excited about it actually, because there is some lovely landscapes in the Isle of Wight, and he's excited about taking the drone with him. And you know, so the reason behind booking the cottage is basically one of the stipulations was it got to have Wi-Fi. So obviously while we're there, it will be downloading some footage depending on the speed of the Wi-Fi. But if not, if it's too slow to download, obviously because the P4 is 4K, it might take forever to download it. So if that's the case, then he will wait till he comes back and do a compilation of all the footage that he's took. Yeah, you know, all the footage that is taken while we're there, when he gets back. And same as he says, it's dependent on the speed of the Wi-Fi that, you know, that we're going to have. So it's a case of watching this space really and finding out the speed of the Wi-Fi, etc. Might be one of these that, you know, is worse than dial-up, you know, but we're not know till we get there. So, right, folks, I am going to shut it down. Black gang chine is good for flying. I will have to write that down, Whaley Bird, and mention it to him. I can't actually remember the, is it something beginning with V, I think, where the location was, I can't remember. It's not far from cows and things like that, but it's something beginning with V, I think. The actual village or whatever we're staying in. I can't remember off the top of my head without looking at the paperwork, you know. But I know it's not far from, you know, cows and whatever. I don't know. I don't really know a lot about Isle of Wight, so... but I do know when we went last time, we got off at cows and we stayed actually at a holiday park, and it were about 10 minutes away. But so yes, I'm going to close it down, and I must remember to get in contact with June Gore once I've shut the live stream down and get her some suet. Hey, Crimson. I'm just about to shut it down, actually, Crimson. It might be Ventor. I don't know. I know it was something beginning with V. Ventnor. Yeah, it might be. It might be. And I think it begins with V. I'm not, some as say, I'm not quite sure. But it does ring a bell, that does. Because actually... free music that you've seen in quite a few of his live streams, free music actually lives on the Isle of Wight. So we you know, we're talking about meeting up with free music when we get there. Plus Pix is excited about flying his drone. Yeah, I'll see you all next. Same as I say, I'll probably be going live again tomorrow because Kate's not very well. Eagle VP's off doing his own thing, so I'll probably be live again in the morning. But I will do the the giveaway video a bit later on, and I shall see you all again on the next one. Thank you for joining in. Sorry about Crimson coming in at the last minute. But if you're up tomorrow morning, I'll probably be doing another one tomorrow morning. Don't know what time it'll be. It'll be, you know, whenever I've got my jobs done or whatever. So between 10:30 and 11, or between 10 and 11. I don't know yet. So bye, and thanks all for watching, and I appreciate every single one of you. Bye for now.